Good morning, everyone. I'm Victor Johnson. I'm a career facilitator with Goodwill Columbus, and welcome to this morning's presentation on delivering excellent customer service. Once again, Goodwill is here for you, and we have training programs, we have employment help. There are so many resources that are available to you through Goodwill. And during this presentation, in the moderator chat box will be Valerie Hawes, and she will have some information so that if you want some information from Goodwill, you want to contact someone about training and help with employment or help with skills, getting your skills up to par, you can contact someone and we can see what we can do for you. So this morning, delivering excellent customer service. Okay, so we're going to get started on that. And first thing we're going to do is a couple of questions. What is the definition for customer? What's the definition for service? What do you think about when you hear the terms customer service? You know, the definition for customer is a person who purchases goods or service from another, a buyer. But informally, customer means a person that you have to deal with. So a customer doesn't always have to be someone you're selling something to. It can be someone that you're helping, you help someone with a flat tire, you give someone a jump, you help a little old lady across the street. That little old lady is your customer while you're helping her across the street. And what's the definition of service? Exactly what I just finished saying: helpful act or activity, an aid, or to do someone a service. So once again, you're giving someone a jump, you're helping someone across the street, you're in a grocery store and, someone's too short to reach the top shelf and you help them get it. That's customer service. It's not always about money changing hands. It's about service that you help someone else with, something that you do for someone else. So, in that sense, when I ask the question, are your coworkers your customers? Absolutely, absolutely. If your coworkers need a help with something, excuse me, if they need help with something, or perhaps you're finished with your work and they're still working, and you go over and give them a hand to help them finish, that's customer service. So don't think about just selling things to someone else. Customer service are things that you do for other people. And and you can think about the ways, the selling part though, you can think about the ways customer service is changing. How do you think it's changing? Well, we are in the middle of probably the greatest customer service change in the history of the United States. Almost everything is being done online. Think about it. People are buying their groceries online. People are getting, fast food. They're ordering it online, and someone is bringing it to them instead of, having to go out to the drive-through. It's really changing. Part of that is that you may not even deal with another human being when you're going through this. However, a human being has to prepare the food. If you're ordering groceries, a human being has to select those groceries for you. You know, someone's going to bring them to you. So even though the way that you order it may not involve another person, the way it's delivered and the way it's gathered, it's going to be a human being doing that. So, so let's think about some more things about customer service and excellent customer service. Do you know what it feels like? Do you know what excellent customer service feels like? Now think about that for a minute. Think about a time when you know you received poor customer service. Now that's the easy one. It's really easy. You know, even before COVID, you could think of things where things were just not going right when you ordered something, when you got your order, you know, when you took it home. I don't know how many of you have done it, but have you ever ordered a hamburger without cheese and you got all the way home and you find there's cheese all over it, or your fries are missing, or you got the wrong flavor of milkshake or something like that? Yeah, you can think about times you received poor customer service. Now, what's the opposite? Think about excellent customer service and what it felt like. Excellent customer service is when, you know, maybe you did get that, the hamburger with cheese when you didn't want cheese, and you called the restaurant, and the person who talked to you was so apologetic, and they were so helpful, and they, actually, found a way to either refund your money or send you coupons or something like that. That's excellent customer service. When a person goes the extra mile, and basically, excellent customer service means that that person is doing this. They are practicing empathy. Excellent customer service is practicing empathy. And what is empathy? That's a feeling or understanding what someone else is feeling. You've heard the term walk a mile in another person's shoes. That's empathy. When you're thinking about how the person is feeling, and you're thinking, what if I was that person? What if I am the customer? How would I feel if I was treated this way? How would I want to be treated? That's empathy. And on this poster here, it says kindness is empathy in action. See, empathy is not just you know that thought about someone, how someone else is feeling, but it's an action. Empathy is action. If you don't do anything, then you're just feeling sorry for them. Empathy involves action. Empathy is about standing in someone else's shoes, feeling with his or her heart, seeing with his or her eyes. Now, when it comes to business, not only is empathy hard to outsource and automate, but empathy also makes the world a better place. Can you imagine if everyone treated each other the way they wanted to be treated? What kind of world we would be living in? Empathy is important in all our interactions, but especially when you think about customer service. Think about your coworkers or think about your external customers. It's vital for excellent customer service, because most people, now think about this, the way that this is brought out. Most customers, you think about, you just walked into a store, a shoe store, let's say that. Most customers want you to greet them, value them, help them, listen to them, and make things easy. Basically, treat people or treat them the way you would want to be treated. So all those things, greet them, say good morning, or good afternoon, and good afternoon, welcome to blank blank shoe store. Uh, Value them. You know, you can value people without saying a word. Being attentive to them. Just uh, walking. To help them if you see they need help without being asked. Go to help them. Uh, Listen to them and listen fully to them. As such a vital skill, and we've talked about that in communication. Listening is such a critical skill for communication, and then making things easy. You want things to be easy for people. You don't want to make things hard, and you don't want things to be hard for you if you're in a store or you're buying something online. So you think about it that way. Treat them the way you would want to be treated. And so here is our tips for excellent customer service. Be empathetic, be courteous and respectful. Just a little kindness, a little empathy and a little kindness, showing respect to someone is goes a long way. Never show indifference to others. I mean, have you ever walked in a place and the people didn't even acknowledge that you were alive, that you walked in their shop or their store? How does that feel to you? You don't like that feeling when someone's just ignoring you when their whole business depends on you being in there and buying something. So just think about that. Never show indifference to others. Don't contradict, argue, or match wits. There's an old saying that never argue with a fool because people won't know the difference. Now, here's the thing. If you're arguing with the customer is upset about something, and it may or may not have to do with something you did. It may be someone else in the store. And usually, when a customer is upset, yes, they're upset because something didn't go right, but there's a little more to it. There's a little more going on that makes them upset. So just remember two things. One, it's not about you. And two, if you practice empathy, you can understand why that person needs your help right now. And that's how you should think about it. If a customer is upset, think about how you can help that person. Don't argue with them. An argument doesn't help anything, or try to match wits, try to get the last word in. Don't do that. Think about how you would want to be treated. You just want to get the situation resolved and the product or service completed. That's all you would want. So help other people that way. Good manners will get you everywhere. So practice your good manners always and consistently go above and beyond. And what is above and beyond? Okay. Think about it. There little things are above and beyond. You know, uh, even before, okay, has this ever happened to you? You're in a restaurant or you're in a fast food place or in before COVID, you were in a fast food place and your order was taking a long time. So the person behind the counter said, I'm sorry that it's taking such a long time. Here, would you like a free drink? And they give you a free drink because you're waiting so long. That is above and beyond. That is putting themselves in your shoes, thinking, if I was standing out here waiting so long, what would be nice for someone to do to me for me? So that's what you think about above and beyond. It doesn't have to be something huge. It can be small things, offering somebody a seat when they've been standing too long, things like that. Just think about it. The things that you can do for people that are above and beyond that are just little things. So we're going to finish this up with talking about, we've talked about empathy and we're talked about respect and being courteous. So, when you're being respectful and you're using empathy, usually most transactions or most times you're dealing with other people, everything goes fine. But hey, what if I'm addressing an unhappy customer? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. These are the things you should do if you are addressing an unhappy customer. So if someone makes a complaint, mentally take a step back and breathe deeply. Okay? You don't even have to let the person know that you're breathing deeply. It's not a thing where you're going, that's not it. Breathing deeply is just someone's talking to you or complaining about something. So while they're doing it, you just take a deep breath and stay calm. Breathing deeply will relax you. And, it may be difficult, but remember, in the situation, negative emotional response will only irritate the customer further. Give the customer your full attention and listen to the whole problem before responding. Now, this is empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. If you had a complaint, would you want someone interrupting you in the middle of your talk? Would you want someone just jumping the gun? That's our next one. Don't jump the gun on somebody. Don't think you know exactly what's, the problem is. If you have dealt with the same problem all day from different people, you've got to remember that for each person, that problem is unique to them. It doesn't matter how many times a day you've dealt with it. For that person, it's their first time. So treat them like that and treat them the way you would want to be treated. Listen to the problem in full. Give them an opportunity to express themselves fully. Make sure you understand exactly what's going on. Give the person respect and try to understand. Uh, Once again, don't become defensive. Even if somebody else made the mistake, once again, put yourself in the customer's shoes. If I bring back something and there's a different person at the counter than there was when I first bought it, I don't really care. All I want is for the situation to be resolved. The worst thing I could hear is, well, so and so was the person who checked you out, so that person has to take care of you. Why? Things like that are those little irritants that keep a bad situation going. So just think about the way you would want to be treated. You don't want somebody to jump the gun on you. You don't want somebody to misunderstand you or not even try to understand you. You want people to think about how they would feel if they were standing in your shoes. And that means always using your initiative. You know, when someone has a complaint, a coworker has a problem, the best way to deal with it is with the person who has the authority to make a decision. If that person is you, fine, you take care of the problem. If that person is a supervisor, get the supervisor. Don't delay. If someone comes in and they have a problem and you do not have the authority to take care of it, you say, excuse me, just one moment. I'm going to go get the supervisor. He will be the one or she will be the one that can take care of this for you and do it. Even if you involve someone else, it is up to you to do it. And don't pass the customer from person to person. We've all been on those phone calls where they say, "Oh, hold please," while I connect you with service. And then you get to service, and service says, "Well, hold please. I have to connect you with uh, tech support." It, it you don't like that. You don't like getting passed from person to person. So, that's one of those things that goes with the first one. When you use your initiative to figure out who is the right person for this person to deal with, then you go ahead and take that initiative and get them to that person right away. You don't keep passing the buck and letting things go like that. Um, Once the customer has aired their grievance, you should immediately give a sincere apology. Yes. It doesn't mean that you were the one responsible. It means that you represent the company. And all you're really saying is, I understand how you feel. I'm sorry, because I know how it would feel if I was standing on the other side of this counter. So just a little empathy, a sincere apology. I am sorry this happened to you. I am sorry the wrong part is in this computer. I'm sorry we forgot your French fries. Doesn't mean you were the one that forgot the French fries, but you're the one dealing with the customer. So just let them know you are sincere about your apology, and sincerity is a sign of respect. And customers never want to hear excuses. Just think about it again. If you're the customer and something has gone wrong, you don't want to hear a bunch of excuses. All you want is for the situation, the issue to be resolved. So don't stand around giving excuses. Get the situation resolved. Find the right person, and if you're the right person, then get that situation resolved. Remember what it feels like when you're on the other side of the counter or the other side of the cubicle, and help that person, the other end of the phone, help that person the way you would want to be treated. When you are the one serving the customer, whether that person receives excellent customer service or poor customer service, it's up to you. It's all up to you. So remember, practice empathy. And when you're serving someone, just remember, what would I do or how would I feel if I were in the other person's shoes? And that's how you take care of a person. That's how you give them excellent customer service. So thanks for watching this morning. Thank you to Valerie in the chat room, the comment room, and for her help this morning. And hope you'll be watching this afternoon at 2 o'clock for our next presentation. And this Friday, we've got another live panel coming up. So be sure to tune into the live panel at 10 a.m. this Friday. This afternoon, I'll have more information on what that live panel is. So thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.